All right, the first call that you got telling you that your medicine was coming
Right.
was by Leona?
Yes, Leona. And she said that the best thing to do as soon as it comes is to drink the contents.
Okay, did you open that package when it arrived?
Yeah.
What was in it?
All kinds of things, green fluids and Drano crap. I don't know what it was. It was stuff. It was poison, basically.
You turned it over to me, right?
Yeah, because I didn't want to do it. I decided by that point that the book was more important. I had spoken to Ron, and I decided the EOC was not an alternative, unless this didn't sell. See, if this doesn't sell, where people don't read this, then what good is my life?
Okay. You got a second package?
The second package, I opened the top of it, and they were some kind of bottles, about 6, 7 bottles.
Did you get a call in connection with that package?
Yes, I did.
Was it before or after?
Before.
Who called you?
Ray
Ray
Jordan.
Why would Ray call you the second time as opposed to Leona?
I don't know.
Okay. What did Ray say?
He told me that it's a spray, and I was supposed to breathe it in.
What did you say to that?
I said, we're still talking about the EOC. He said, yes, we are. This has to be handled.
That's a package you also turned over to me.
Yeah.
And we also showed
Right.
the FBI agent yesterday both
That's
packages,
right.
1 and 2. Right. What about this package?
They didn't tell me what's in the package. Charlie Fox called.
And when did he call? You
He
got
called-
this package today, right?
Yeah, but he called on either Monday or Tuesday.
Of this week?
Yeah. I don't know exactly when. I think it was Monday.
So that would have been either October 31st or November
No,
1st?
it was Tuesday.
November 1st?
Yeah. And he said that this is the last package you'll ever receive. I'm fed up with you. And he hung up.
And then this package came.
To yesterday. But I didn't, we decided not to open it.
You didn't want to pick it up?
I didn't want to pick it up.
Okay.
I'd like to know what's in it.
Well, we'll turn it over to the FBI as they request. Let me ask you a few questions about some of the other past lives that you've had.
Sure.
Okay. Do you recall anyone's significant other than being Malchut and the concentration camp?
Yeah. I'm talking about lots of them on the whole track, you know.
Any that lasted any particular great length of time?
Well, there were jobs where I was on post for a long time. There was a job where I was the spatial conceptualizer of the galaxy.
Where?
Well, this was, again, in the Ava Delegadrin galaxy. And
when was this?
41.5 trillion years ago, I believe it was.
What'd you do?
I put things in size place. I organized everything.
How long did that last? That job?
7,000 to 8,000 lifetimes.
Lifetime of how long?
Probably longer than here, about 110 years each one.
Did that experience have any effect on your current life?
Yes, because I can't live like a pig, like my ex-wife. I can't. You saw her house today. It was a cyclone, right? I imagine.
I noticed your apartment is very organized.
Well,
like even the wall behind you.
Well, I'm getting there because as I put these tapes in the new boxes, see, I have the 3rd largest collection of L. Ron Hubbard's library in the world. And this means a lot to me, this having this, of this data. I mean, I don't care if as long as I have this near me, I can survive, you know, in this particular body.
When you say putting these tapes in new boxes, what are you doing?
Well, I bought these new boxes from New Era Productions, which is an org,
right,
for $3 a box. And now I'm transferring the old boxes. They gave me labels. See, they gave me, they never do this for anybody. They did it for me. They gave me blank labels. And I'm to put I have 1,500 of them in the kitchen.
Let me ask you this. The first 4 rows, can
Yeah.
we get a pan of those? Those are all labeled.
Right.
they in any
I had to
particular
buy
order?
a machine to make the tapes. That machine there, that machine
Make the
cost
tapes or make the
$1,600
labels?
just for these strips.
Oh. Okay.
That's the machine right there. It's a Croy 190. Because you can't put data like this in junky boxes.
Are these tapes organized in any order?
Yes, in chronological order according to lecture number.
And you've got them all organized.
Up to this point, up to tape 2293.
How about the rest of the tapes?
Well, they're in chronological order too, but the numbers aren't on them. But I have a list which I got from Ken Denderfeld. In 1978, he made a list for the Sea Org of the numbers, and it's actually confidential information because only Gold has it. But I got the list, about 5 years ago.
In your job as a spatial conceptualizer, what was your responsibility?
To make sure everything in that galaxy was in size place.
Did that have any effect on the way you've led your life here, other than being orderly and neat?
Oh yes.
Like what?
For example, when I have soups in the house, and I have alphabet soup, chicken noodle soup, or tomato soup, which I don't like tomato, I like potato soup. So when I have these soups, I eat them in alphabetical order. When I go to buy the soups in the store, if I want to eat minestrone, which starts with an M, I'm not going to buy chicken noodle soup because I've got to eat the chicken noodle soup first because it starts with a C. I'll buy minestrone and split pea because if I want to eat the minestrone, I'm not going to buy a C or a D or an E soup if I want to eat the M soup first.
Doesn't that make it a little complicated about when you want to have soup?
No, because I do things in I don't believe in randomity. I believe in doing things in a certain organized way. That's why I would be a very good Sea Org member. Because when I went and cleaned up their warehouses and put all those tapes in order, they said, "This is another hat you have. You're the librarian of the planet." You know.
How about some other experiences you had in past lives? Were you on any other planets?
Oh, yes.
Like what?
Markhab, prior to this one.
Where was Markhab?
The Markhab Confederacy. Markhab is known as the asteroid belt. It was the planet between Mars and Jupiter.
What happened to it?
Jesus Christ blew it up in another lifetime of his. And we were forced... See, Mars services... used to service Markhab, and then we did a shift over to Earth. We use the same between lives area. There is going to, when the Earth ends on September 9th, 1997, we're going to have to do a shift to the between lives area for New Arcturus.
The Earth is going to end on September 9th, 1997?
It's in my book.
You're certain of that?
Oh yes, I'm certain of it because when you exteriorize and you check the future time track, you see that people are not coming back after 1997. They're being shifted onto New Arcturus, and the risk of this is very severe. Do you know the suffering that you go through when you have to go up a complete evolutionary spiral? When the last Holocaust occurred on Earth,
which was?
About 4 billion years ago, we had to take whatever bodies were available, and we had to take the bodies of single-celled protozoans. And from that, we went up the evolutionary line.